Guys, welcome to V7R1. I guess I'll do an intro video to start things off. So this is my R1. This is my iPhone 6, which will be somewhat used in some of these videos. Right now you're watching a Sena 10C, and I'm on my way to go play soccer, so I figured I'd do one of these quick videos. Well, the bike's warm, I guess we can get going. The music in the background at some point will be adjusted. I'm still working out all the bugs with the Sena. It's a beautiful day. About 70 something like that in Orlando. I live in Jacksonville. I spend most of my weekends in Orlando. I used to live in Orlando. And I guess we can get on our way. First, wow, okay. Hopefully F4 isn't too backed up, but we'll find out. So, to begin with, I'd probably start by saying that I'm probably going to make a lot of mistakes along the way. If you see any, just feel free to correct them, and we'll see if we can get this fine-tuned. Most of the footage you'll see is the Sena 10C. I might integrate my GoPro 3 Plus. The battery right now seems to be on the fritz. Probably going to need to buy a new one of those. The mic I'm using is the factory mic with the Sena. We did a little trial and it seemed that it wasn't the best, so we might be changing that as well. I ride a 2014 R1. It's got about 16,000 miles on it. Full grades low mount. Hopefully the exhaust doesn't drown out my voice. Yeah, I4 is pretty backed up. It's going to be quite a long 15-minute on average commute, probably turned into about 35. Give us plenty of time though, and I'll just cut it off at some point. Yeah, these videos should consist of mostly some rider tips, gear and product reviews, some pace riding out in middle of nowhere, as we like to say, and just in general, helpful things for motorcycles. So, like I have a Krega tailbag on. I don't know if the camera can even shoot that. Some mounts, some use of things you wouldn't expect to be using in motorcycles in your daily use of life. I don't know if I want to lane split this, so probably not. We'll see. But yeah, so 27, I go to UNF for mechanical engineering. Ridden motorcycles for a long time, not necessarily, hop on a bike, new rider, but anything I might have that might be helpful to you guys. Because being a mechanical engineering student, you tend to ride around with a laptop. I used to use my older bike, which is in my about section. I'm going to use this lane. I used to use my ZX6R as a commuter bike, and I pretty much had to make everything waterproof, so I've been quite successful. Haven't actually lost any electronics due to rain at all. And so as far as I know, the Sena is water resistant, not necessarily waterproof. The Krega tailbag I'm using right now for my soccer shoes is 100% waterproof. Like, without a shadow of a doubt, I will put a MacBook Pro and not bat an eyelash to whether it would withstand a torrential Florida downpour. And if you've ever lived in Florida, you know what those are like. Probably some of the worst rain, maybe besides rain in London, the consistency of it. But Florida in April, it rains pretty much every afternoon. So, as a commuter bike, gear like that, and any tip associated with water is useful. Man, this traffic is bad. But this is one of the reasons why my girlfriend and I are probably going to stay in Florida for a long time, because this sky, you just can't beat it. I mean, you get weather like this in Colorado, maybe in some of the Midwest, but up north and besides California, I mean, it's pretty much It's pretty much prime riding weather almost all year. Yeah, you're in the morning, sometimes you'll be at 30, 35, 40 degrees. But you rarely see 20s. As of right now, I'm not wearing my appropriate gear, as many would say. I don't go anywhere without Druids. They're pretty much a very good go-to glove. I'll do a review on some Druids. I have 2 Delmar jackets, Danese. As far as helmets go, HJC, I believe it was a CL something 15 at some point. It was my first helmet. And then quickly graduated to an AGV Corsa, more of a race cut fit. And most of the modifications I've done on this motorcycle and my previous have been race oriented. I don't have mirrors, as you notice. I have 1 spot mirror as a legality. I have headlights, they're LED strips. No, I cannot see very well at night, but I don't really ride at night. So my old bike, I didn't lose the headlights because it was a commuter. This isn't a commuter. I ride it quite sparingly. I drive a Nissan Versa to work every day because I really don't care about what I drive. If I'm not riding it, it could literally be a shopping cart with wheels, and you know, I don't care what it is. So that's a little bit about me, a little bit about the bike. That's pretty much it. Go ahead and subscribe. I'll be releasing many reviews in the weeks to come, simply because I already have most of my gear. The Delmar, the AGV, all those will have reviews, as well as some of the products on this R1. Coming shortly, we'll have a Graves CCT on it. It's 16,000 miles. Pretty much needs it because of my power wheelies and just, you know, these hard superbike launches. I have a full World Superbike fairing kit on this bike, minus the tail, simply because my girlfriend likes to ride. So I kept the tail. It saved me a few bucks anyway. It was a pretty penny to begin with. Right now I'm just running a flash on this bike, which if anybody needs any assistance, I'd be more than happy to explain the basics of the flash. Now, I'm by no means a professional dyno tuner on a flash or a power commander, but if you have any simple questions as far as what map to lay over, what map, and how to keep my bike from blowing up in the meantime of me getting it to a dyno, I'm sure I can help you with some of those questions, because I had them myself and, you know, have answered them, or have had them answered. Besides that, you know, this is I-4, as many Floridians know. Very bumpy. Every time I ride down this road, it's like motocross, and there's quite a few cops. I don't have mirrors, so keep in mind when I turn my head, it's mostly to see. It's funny because everyone says, "Oh, I turn my head just as much," and then my buddy and I, we compared the video, and his is straight and occasional up and down, and mine is all over the place because I'm always left, always right, no mirror. So it's not like I can cheat. There is no cheating. But you watch on a racetrack, if they look behind themselves, it's not with a mirror. It's pretty much with their eyes. You go ahead and get off on south. Maybe Amelia, I don't know, probably south. Oh look, 3 bikes. It was beautiful weather. CFMR had a meet yesterday. They had about 150 bikes. Nice little event with Overchuck Law Firm. Not really affiliated with either one. I went there and it was nice. Urban Assault Cycles I do use for service and parts, and they are very good people. If you're in Orlando or close to Orlando, Keith is very knowledgeable, and their whole crew pretty much. I've known Keith since the beginning of his business pretty much, so they do great work. You can look them up on Google. Great reviews, great people. Anyway, we are in beautiful downtown Orlando, and I feel like that's it on the review. On the intro review / forecast of what this channel will be about. So I'm gonna just turn up the music and enjoy.